Hey guys, what's going on? In today's video, what I will be doing is going through DraftKings and making a lineup. I'm going to do this each week. So today we are starting in week one, obviously. So let's get this thing rocking and rolling. It's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, during the week, I do more Jets stuff. Yesterday, I put out a video with Joe Maniello of Newsday picking some games, and now I'm going to do some daily fantasy stuff. So let's get right into it with the DraftKings. So, excuse me, I'm going to go over here and let's get picking on my roster. So, we're going to start with picking a quarterback, and someone who I think has some good value is Russell Wilson. As you look, he is going up against the 23rd ranked defense in Seattle. So, we're going to click on him. We're going to draft him as well because, I mean, look, 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, 7 picks. Again, I think this could be a game that could absolutely be a blowout for the Seattle Seahawks, in favor of them, obviously, while the Cincinnati Bengals are going to struggle. So I think that is a rather favorable matchup. Moving right along, I'm going to pick a running back, and then I might come back. I don't know if I'm going to go right in order. We'll kind of see how this thing goes, but a running back who I think has some pretty good value is Dalvin Cook. If you look, the Falcons gave up a ton of yards last year, 2 running backs, and I think this is going to be a game where both offenses are involved a lot. So I think Dalvin Cook has some pretty good value. Could you draft someone ahead? Yes, but when you have a salary cap essentially in $50,000 in DraftKings money, I'm trying to look for some good value picks, and I am going to go with Dalvin Cook as RB1. For my second running back, I'm going to scroll down, actually, because I know who I want already. It's a value pick here again. If I could only find him. Hang on. I might have went too far. Oh, goodness. You know what? Why not just type? You could type Ty Montgomery. That's who I wanted. This is a good value pick. The New York Jets are not going to rely on Le'Veon Bell a ton right away. So as RB2, he is going to get a ton of reps. So this is definitely a move you're going to want to make. Now we can move on over to wide receiver. I know he's questionable, but Mike Evans is someone I would absolutely look into drafting. San Francisco gave up a significant amount of points to wide receivers last year, and I really think Mike Evans is going to be involved in this offense a ton with Bruce Arians as head coach, so I'm taking him as my first wide receiver. Moving on down the line here, who did I want? I wanted Cooks to add as well at 6,500. I think is pretty good value. Honestly, I went back and forth whether I wanted Cooks or Woods on my roster, so I'm going to add Cooks, who I think he has slightly the bigger game. And then I'm going to probably end up coming back to wide receiver. I'm going to move on over to the tight end position. And in the tight end position, I think a pretty solid pick for you would be, where is he? Evan, nope, don't want Evan Ingram. There we go. 23rd is the opponent's ranked. So Dallas, while they do have a good defense in the passing game, I think they are going to rely on Ingram a lot this week. So I'm going to pick him up for a $4,800 value. Remaining salary $15,300. Also, if you look over here, average remaining player 5,100. That's the average for the last few positions. Moving down the line, I think I'm going to go back to wide receiver. And I really like Tyler Lockett a lot. I'm going to take him in order to double up. So this is in order to double up with Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett. Obviously, like I said, I feel like Cincinnati's going to get their doors blown off in the first week. So that's why I am loading up on offensive players on the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm going to move on over to the flex, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a running back. And who I want is Leonard Fournette. Kansas City's defense isn't all that great. And I think if Jacksonville's going to want to stay in this game, what they're going to have to do is run the ball and play keep away. So I think he's going to get a ton of touches. He finally seems to be healthy. So Leonard Fournette in the flex is going to be my pick. And now when we go to defense to round out the roster, I have 3,200 remaining. And I am going to go with the Chargers as my pick. I know that doesn't look great, but Indianapolis is going to be without Andrew Luck. I think they're going to struggle slightly in week 1 with Jacoby Brissett. I think eventually they even out. They finish somewhere around the 500 mark, maybe a little bit below. But at the end of the day here, I think the Chargers, they do have a tough defense. They have a good defensive line. I think they'll be able to get to Brissett a little bit and wreak some havoc. So I'm hoping for a couple of turnovers. But to round out my roster, I'm going to go with, like I said, Russell Wilson as my quarterback for a 6,300 value. Dalvin Cook with 6,000. Ty Montgomery as my value pick because I think he's going to get a ton of touches. Mike Evans, who I think is going to have a big game. Cooks at 6,500, Lockett at 6,000, again doubling up with Russell Wilson. Evan Ingram, I think, is going to be huge in the passing game for the Giants this week, so that's why I'm going with him. Leonard Fournette, again, for the Chiefs, for the Jaguars against the Chiefs, rather, in order for Jacksonville to win this game, I think they're going to have to hog the ball, so that's going to be their game plan, thus him getting a ton of touches. And then the Chargers defense. So to show you that I'm really doing it, look, that's my money, enter, and there you go. That is my picks for DraftKings this week. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We're going to do more content like this every Saturday to get you started for the NFL season with your daily fantasy picks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Talk to you guys next time.